We will have secret wars. Yes, this movie works as an Avengers 1 in the new phase of Marvel, and we are seeing the beginning of this new clash of realities that will take place in the future, and we will also have the return of Wanda, Franklin Richards, and Mephisto. No, Mephisto no. Hey guys, how are you? I hope well. I'm the Monio, your favorite interdimensional demon. Have you watched Multiverse of Madness? Just reinforcing that my demonic opinion will have spoilers, okay? Guys, I wasn't prepared for Wanda to be the villain of this movie. Seriously, I didn't like the idea initially, because I like Wanda a lot. She's one of my favorite characters in the MCU. I was thinking that at some point in the movie there would be another villain, and when it came to the Illuminati part, they say that the real enemy, and the real threat to the multiverse, is not Wanda but Doctor Strange himself. At that time I thought, oh, so it's all explained. Wanda won't be the villain. The trailer shows an evil Doctor Strange, and he's probably going to be the final threat of the movie, and at that time I started to assemble the movie in my head, that in fact the evil Doctor Strange would have manipulated Wanda and used her to do those things. So I figured Wanda would end up having some kind of redemption and joining forces with Doctor Strange to defeat the evil Doctor Strange. But in the end it was none of that, and it caught me off guard. Regardless of whether or not I liked the idea of Wanda being the villain, something I found very strange, was her motivation to be 100% focused on her children, and in theory she could have Vision back too. Then you can tell me, but the Monio, she is a mother, so her priority will be the children, and I answer you, yes, I understand, but I find it very strange that she has not even mentioned Vision, since in the WandaVision series, he is the main reason for her grief. But I think actually, Vision is excluded because of the script, because if she met Vision in the other universe, he would definitely be against what she's doing, and try to convince her to give it up from the beginning, or at least he would realize that there is something wrong with Wanda from that universe and follow her to the Illuminati headquarters, and the outcome of the battle could have been totally different. In short, it was the director's choice. A lot of people are saying that the movie has unnecessary fan service, and in fact it does. All the Illuminati technically wouldn't need to be there, and could be replaced by any characters and it would be the same for the story, but I don't think it detracts from the narrative. After all, listening to the classic music of the X-Men from the 70s being played when Charles Xavier appears, or seeing everyone's dreams come true with John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic is simply sensational. But I think the movie has a lot less cameos than people are theorizing, which makes perfect sense since it's a Doctor Strange movie and not an Avengers movie. A curious thing about the Illuminati is that when Doctor Strange says that Wanda is coming, they despise her and don't take the threat she represents seriously. In this part I thought of two options, or they have a super technology that can even stop Wanda's power, as with the TVA that strips Loki of his powers and even manages to nullify the Infinity Stones. The other one for them to belittle Wanda is that they are dumb, and unfortunately it was the second option that happened. My dear Reed Richards, for the smartest man in the world, you were pretty dumb. I even found all the Illuminati deaths pretty brutal, in fact not just the Illuminati, but practically all the characters that died in this movie. Wanda apparently likes Mortal Kombat. A cool thing is that this movie works as an Avengers 1 of the new phase of Marvel, where we will most likely have the Secret Wars, which are mega events that happen in Marvel where two or more realities end up colliding and the heroes of these realities having to face each other. At one point in the film, Reed Richards insists on explaining what an incursion is, and how this incursion ends up causing disorder in the multiverse, which is exactly what causes the Secret Wars and Doctor Strange will have to solve, including the movie ends with the character of Charlize Theron finding Strange and telling him that he caused an incursion, and the two together will deal with the situation. This character is even called Clea, and is one of Doctor Strange's romantic partners. But back to the point, the explanation of the incursion is given in the same way that the Infinity Stones were explained at the beginning of the Thanos saga, and at the time everyone was speculating that everything would end with a battle against Thanos, and today we have the Infinity movie. War and Endgame, we are now seeing it happen again with the birth of what will most likely be Secret Wars. Another cool thing worth mentioning is that in a certain scene Reed Richards mentions that he also had children, and we know that one of those children is none other than Franklin Richards, a mutant of extreme power level that surpasses the Omega, and his list of powers makes Superman look like next to nothing. He is ridiculously powerful, being able to alter entire realities, and he could be a very important piece in the future of the MCU, particularly in relation to the multiverse. In the next sequels of Marvel movies I believe that Wanda will return, since she had the only death in the movie that was only suggested and not shown. It's that kind of death that works if they decide not to use the character anymore, and that at the same time it creates the excuse for her to come back if necessary. And I hope it does come back. It would be a waste to lose such a good character. I like the movie. The director Sam Raimi teaches a lesson on how to direct a hero movie, but my expectations frustrated me a little, because the movie is totally different from what I imagined, and I didn't want Wanda as a villain because I love her character. I imagined that I would end the movie with the same good feeling of nostalgia and happiness that I had watching Spider-Man No Way Home, but that's not what happened, and I ended the movie a little sad. But the movie is very good and very competent, the first horror movie and the most different from the MCU so far. And what did you think of the movie? Do you think Wanda is the most powerful in the MCU? Leave it in the comments, and if you liked my content subscribe to the channel. Until next time my people, demonic hugs.